Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is Wyln News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. Wyln News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on Wyln News. I'm Paula Dagnan. A Luzerne County man has received his sentence for a fatal stabbing last year. 31-year-old James Cater of Hanover Township was sentenced to 15 to 40 years in state prison for killing Joseph Lewis last March. Cater admitted he stabbed the 18-year-old Lewis multiple times when he found Lewis lying on a couch inside the apartment he shared with Jenny Lloyd. Prosecutors say Cater had a 10-year relationship with Lloyd while she was also seeing Lewis. A Wilkes-Barre man has pleaded guilty to distributing fentanyl to another person that resulted in the death of that person. 36-year-old Rodney Williams was in front of Judge Richard Caputo in District Court April 26th. According to U.S. Attorney David Freed, Williams admitted to supplying fentanyl to a drug customer on or about December 17, 2017, and the customer subsequently died as a result of ingesting the fentanyl in Kingston. Judge Caputo ordered a pre-sentence investigation to be completed and scheduled sentencing for July 17th. The case is part of Project Safe Neighborhoods. The maximum penalty under federal law for this offense is lifetime imprisonment, a term of supervised release following imprisonment, and a fine. There's also a mandatory minimum sentence of 20 years in prison. Also coming from the federal courthouse, 59-year-old Juan Elvis Monsato of Hazleton and a citizen of the Dominican Republic pleaded guilty Thursday before U.S. District Court Judge Robert Mariani to possession with intent to distribute cocaine and more than 50 grams of meth. According to U.S. attorneys, Monsanto admitted to committing the crime in February of 2016 in Hazleton. A search warrant at his residence seized 453 grams of meth and 150 grams of cocaine, according to a news release from the attorney's office. Monsanto is behind bars pending sentencing. He agreed not to oppose deportation and removal from the United States following his prison sentence. A woman from Shenandoah is behind bars tonight after making false reports to police. 31-year-old Krista Lujo Santiago of West Cole Street was charged with false alarms to agencies of public safety, corruption of minors, among other charges. Lugo Santiago called officers to her home to report an assault after the woman claimed to have been assaulted by her brother. The investigation revealed that she had outstanding warrants from both Lehigh and Schuylkill counties. When the woman was told she was being placed under arrest, she resisted having handcuffs placed on her. Lugo Santiago resisted being placed in the police cruiser, using her leg to stop the door from being closed, and once inside, began slamming her head off the cage that separates the front and back seats. The investigation determined that no threatening messages were left by her brother, as she had reported. Lugo Santiago was arraigned and bail set at 10% of $25,000. 7 people, including 2 from Luzerne County and 1 from Columbia County, involved in a credit card scheme are now facing numerous charges. Pennsylvania Attorney General Josh Shapiro said the individuals involved in the operation defrauded credit card holders in 11 states out of over $100,000. According to prosecutors, the Jackson Group, which included 42-year-old Tammy Gibson of Wilkes-Barre and 41-year-old Houdini Saunders of Nanticoke, and the Geddes Kelly Group, which included 36-year-old Jessica Walter of Berwick, used credit cards at Giant Food stores and Weiss markets in 22 counties in the Commonwealth. The cards had the victims' information, but the names of the scammers on them. The 7 were charged with participating in a corrupt organization, identity theft, and dealing in proceeds of unlawful activity. The Wilkes-Barre City Police Department will be welcoming more officers to its force. That announcement was made yesterday that the city will soon hire 7 new police officers. 3 candidates already have Act 120 certification and will be hired within the next 2 weeks. That's according to Mayor Tony George's office. 4 other candidates will attend Lackawanna College Police Academy starting in July to obtain their Act 120 certification. The course lasts about 8.5 months. They will be hired at the rank of Patrolman D, which carries an annual base salary of just over $63,000. The 4 other candidates will start at a cadet base salary of just over $44,000. A swearing-in ceremony for the 3 certified officers will be taking place at 10 a.m. May 13th in City Council chambers. Coming up on WYLN News, zoning hearings in Packer Township, plus the Lieutenant Governor is listening. Are you for or against legalizing recreational marijuana? But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. A stray shower or thunderstorm overnight with a low of 48, and then more hit or miss showers right into the weekend. We'll be right back.
One day I had a dull ache on my right side. They found a growth on my uterus. I thought it is probably cancer.
When I first met Catherine, the first thing I wanted to do was reassure her that she was going to receive excellent care. We had to address this cancer right away.
Trust the leading cancer care experts at Lehigh Valley Cancer Institute to give you hope and more, with access to more clinical trials and advanced treatment options.
I'm cancer-free thanks to Lehigh Valley Hospital.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. Because I don't use my cell phone when I'm driving, even though my family does and leaves me all alone. Here's something else. I don't share it with Mom. Right, Mom? I have a brand new putter you don't even know about. It's awesome.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
The second of potentially a half-dozen evenings of zoning hearings in Packer Township takes place tonight, 6 o'clock, in the Weatherly Middle School cafeteria. The first meeting, back on the 17th, was mainly entering people into record, where no testimony was taken from the public. Broad Mountain Power, also known as Algonquin Power and Liberty Power, gave an overview of the scope of their project. The proposal includes 26 windmills, 21 of them 656 feet high on a 4,000-acre tract, most of which is in Packer Township, with a small portion in Nesquehoning Borough. Each hearing will be limited to 2 hours each. Pennsylvania Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman is winding down his listening tour. Fetterman visiting all 67 counties across the Commonwealth to hear from citizens in person about how they feel about legalizing recreational marijuana. And he's heading back to our area. Fetterman will be in Columbia County at Bloomsburg University at 6 o'clock this evening. On Saturday, he'll be in Susquehanna County at Blue Ridge High School at 2:30. Then in Luzerne County on Sunday at 1 p.m. at Wilkes University in Wilkes-Barre, and Monday, May 13th, at Jim Thorpe Area High School in Carbon County. And just a reminder, comments are also being taken online at governor.pa.gov. And speaking of the state lieutenant governor, the Pennsylvania Senate has approved a bill that will reform how the lieutenant governor is elected. Senate Bill 133 amends the state's constitution to permit candidates for governor to choose their lieutenant governor candidate after the primary election. This new process would mimic the presidential process for vice president selection. That bill now moves on to the House of Representatives, after which, if approved, would be voted on again by both chambers in 2021. Governor Tom Wolf says he wants to take a serious look at joining a consortium of states that sets caps on greenhouse gas emissions from power plants. Our Julie Stefanovich has more.
Governor Tom Wolf announced yesterday that Pennsylvania is joining the U.S. Climate Alliance. The bipartisan coalition of 24 governors has committed to implementing policies that uphold commitments made in the Paris Climate Accord of 2015.
The absence of leadership from the federal government and the wholesale dismantling of national climate and environmental policies, I am proud to join with states that are leading the way towards new climate solutions, and I am committed to actions to reduce emissions.
Pennsylvania will now join the ranks of other states who are addressing climate change head-on.
By joining with the other 23 states in the U.S. Climate Alliance committed to uphold the Paris Accords back in 2015, Pennsylvania can now resume its leadership in climate action. We will still need support. We need that. We know we need more support. But I am deeply heartened by the progress we're making and the partners we have here on stage.
The Wolf administration plans to fight climate change and set targets to slash Pennsylvania's future greenhouse gas emissions.
Make no mistake, when the history of our era is written, global climate change will be identified as the #1 issue. And future generations will judge us based on what we do or don't do on that issue.
The Climate Action Plan identifies 19 strategies, including 100 actions across 8 different sectors that would drastically lower the state's greenhouse emissions.
Governor Wolf states climate change is the most critical environmental threat confronting the world. Solutions to a crisis of this magnitude require all Pennsylvanians to work together and do their part. The time to act is now.
DCNR will play a leadership role in reducing the impact on climate.
You've heard the term working forest. Those forests are out there today working for you. Forest trees are 100% carbon. Currently, the forests of Pennsylvania are reducing and blunting greenhouse gases by 10%, according to DEP's recent greenhouse gas report. So 10% today. Imagine what that can be if we increase the forest cover of Pennsylvania.
Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Senator Bob Casey is working on reauthorizing the Violence Against Women Act, which expired over 2 months ago. The senator heard from advocates Monday at the Luzerne County Courthouse. He said he will urge the Senate leaders to take up the legislation and quickly. The current bill doesn't include funding for education. Casey will look into adding funding. $750 million would be earmarked for fighting domestic violence. Under current law, a person convicted of domestic violence is prevented from purchasing a firearm. The House passed a bipartisan reauthorization bill April 4th. The Senate must now take it into consideration. Coming up on Rolling Mill Hill's News Choice, tomorrow is May 1st. That's the day it becomes illegal to hike one trail in Carbon County. Plus, if you or someone you know is thinking about becoming a Pennsylvania State Police cadet, the recruiter is here on Trooper Talk Tuesday. Stay with us.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
It's Hemi from the family at All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Tamaqua. I don't know about you, but these so-called sales advertisements really rough me up. At All-American, we have a no-sale sale policy every day. That's right. dealer invoice pricing and no hidden rebates that you don't qualify for. So stop in at All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Sales Spring Event and let me take you for a walk around our lot.
On Tuesday, May 7th at 7 p.m., Wyln presents a Democratic mayoral debate between Grace Cuso and Maria Giacchetti. Bob Yvek declined to debate. On Thursday, May 9th, from 7 to 8 p.m., Wyln presents the Republican mayoral debate between Mayor Jeff Cassat and Allison Barletta. Wyln taking the lead.
Welcome to Trooper Talk Tuesday here on Wyln, everyone. I'm Gary Perna. I'm pleased to have Trooper Francis McDonough, who is the recruiter here at PSB Hazleton. And today we're talking about his job and some of the requirements to become a state trooper and some of his job when he gets to go out and talk to everyone about it. So first of all, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you.
So you are kind of relatively new to the recruiting position, but you've been a trooper for a while. So talk about your job as a recruiter. You know, what do you have to do? What are some of the things that, some events that you go to kind of talk to people about joining the state police?
Sure. I mean, as far as events, we attend colleges and universities in the area and career fairs as well. Last evening I was just at Central Columbia High School and attended a career fair there. So those are our two focuses, along with sporadic visits to local career links.
And there are, and we've talked about this in the past, but it's always a good idea to kind of keep this fresh in everyone's mind. There are requirements to become a Pennsylvania State Trooper. Now, you know, we've seen local municipality cops, they kind of follow one course, but it's a whole different breed when it comes to state police, correct?
Correct. The requirements to be a Pennsylvania State Trooper, the minimum age is 21 years of age. The educational requirement is 60 college credits.
Okay.
Now those credits can be substituted by military time. It must be 4 years active military time will substitute for the 60 credits, or 2 years active military substitutes for 30 credits. So you could have 2 years military and then 30 credits. Another substitute for the educational requirements are 4 years of, according to our human resources, it is arrest powers. So local law enforcement or and prison guard falls under that as well.
So there are different things with this, and this is a kind of a lengthy application process. So somebody who's thinking about it, maybe they're a college senior or a high school senior, they're thinking about this path. From when the time you kind of get the application, fill it out, until maybe you're going to the academy, it could take some time.
Sure. I would say it takes a little bit over a year. And having said that, in order to apply for the test, you have to be 20 years old and 30 college credits. So with it taking over a year, by that time you would be 21 and you would obviously hopefully have the 60 college credits.
If somebody, you know, is in a career and they want a career change and they're thinking, you know, I want to go and I want to do this, and they're 38 or 39, do they still have time to make that cutoff?
They do, but the maximum age is 40 at the academy. So again, it takes a little over a year. So if you're 38, you better take the test now.
Now, I know probably one of the most common questions you get is the academy as rough as it sounds, or you see some videos or things. So what do you tell recruits who are worried about the academy?
Sure. It's a paramilitary academy. You need to be in shape, both physically and mentally. And to wear this uniform, I think the academy prepares you for that.
I know there's a lot that goes into it. When you go out and you're talking with high school and college students, and even everyday people who may be looking for that change, what's one piece of advice that you always give them about when they're thinking about this?
I would say you really have to want to do it. This isn't a job for everyone. But for people who are in similar situations like myself, it's a great career and I love it.
All right. So a lot of good information. So if you're thinking about becoming a Pennsylvania State Trooper, give the recruiters a call, look them up. You can go on the website, correct, to get information?
Correct. Our website is patrooper.com. That will answer just about every question you may have. Along with on the website, there is my contact information. Okay. So if they had any additional questions, they can contact me there.
All right, wonderful. So again, if you're thinking about it, not a bad career choice if you want to be in law enforcement. Great opportunity. The Pennsylvania State Police has been around for well over 100 years, and they've been doing some great things in keeping all of us safe here in the Commonwealth. Thanks for joining us here on Trooper Talk Tuesday. Think about it. Maybe there's some state troopers out there just waiting to get into the academy. We'll see you next time here on WYLN.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicap accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. Packages are available to fit anyone's budget, and there is a restaurant and catering on site. The facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor parties, private parties of any kind. Call 570-384-2314.
Hi, I'm Kiefer. Join us this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic as we share our experiences hanging with Dr. D.
Today is the last day you can visit the trail at Glenanoco Falls near Jim Thorpe. The State Game Commission cited safety concerns and announced earlier this month it will close as of May 1st. Signs will be posted on the trail explaining the penalties for violators, and violators caught hiking the Falls Trail could be cited under state law and face a fine of between $100 and $200. The Hazleton Area School District has released their school schedule for next year. Classes will start August 26th and they are expected to finish on June 5th, 2020. The district has snow makeup days built in for 2020. They would be March 20th and April 9th. And to see the schedule, you can just head to the HASD announcement Facebook page. As for this year, the last day of school, June 13th. Graduation will be that night at 6 p.m. Lehigh Valley Health Network joined officials and community leaders to cut the ribbon and open the health network's first express care in Schuylkill County. WYLN's Julia Wiegand has more.
Lehigh Valley Health Network officially introduced express care to Schuylkill County. President of Lehigh Valley Hospital Schuylkill, William Reppy, is pleased to bring this level of care, which is located at 200 Schuylkill Medical Plaza in Pottsville, into Schuylkill County.
It's really an intermediate level between primary care and emergency room care. So the smaller injuries, we're able to treat them here. We're open 365 days a year, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So easy access, convenient care. And especially when doctors' offices are closed, you know, in the evenings or weekends when you can't get to your family medicine doctor, we are here to support the family medicine doctor and partner with them to make sure we can deliver high-quality care at a convenient location.
Express Care offers walk-in care without an appointment for common illnesses and minor injuries, such as but not limited to sprains and strains, cuts and lacerations, poison ivy and rashes, seasonal allergies, flu symptoms, bronchitis, ear infections, sore throats, and fevers.
It's all about convenient access, and also we want to make sure it's quick care. So you shouldn't spend a lot of time with us. But we also have lab services and radiology services so that it's convenient. We can write prescriptions from here, and so that the patient should really have almost one-stop shopping if they need any of those additional services.
Schuylkill Express Care opens up tomorrow, May 1st at 8 a.m. Reppy was more than excited about the fast-paced process to get to where they are right now with Express Care.
This project was turned around in 6 weeks, and that is just mind-boggling to think about what you have to do from a regulatory perspective and construction perspective to get a facility from really shell space to ready to go. And our team was just phenomenal and super engaged to get this done quickly because it's so important to deliver this level of care. We wanted to make sure it was quick.
Reppy also mentioned that the facility is looking to expand their services in the near future.
So we expect to add a family medicine practice here in the fall, probably September, October, and we're very excited. We're looking into creating a rural residency physician program, and the residency program will be based out of this building as well. So lots of growth opportunity for this facility.
The Schuylkill Express Care is the 19th Express Care location opened by LVHN. 2 additional Express Care locations were also announced in Carbon County for later this summer. Since the merger in 2016, LVHN has invested more than $50 million into new and expanded facilities, new services, recruiting more physicians, and in its colleagues. Reporting in Pottsville for WYLN News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
May 1st means closer to the primary, and WYLN TV will be hosting 2 debates, 1 council forum, and a special election report. First, WYLN TV hosting a Hazleton mayoral debate for the Democrats. That debate will be held on Tuesday, May 7th, live at 7 p.m. Then Thursday, May 9th, the Republicans square off live at 7. May 14th, the Hazleton City Council candidates join us for a council forum. That forum will be live at 7 p.m. on the 14th and will feature all 6 Republican and Democratic candidates running for the 2 open seats. Then May 16th, WYLN will be airing a special WYLN Reports with all the Hazleton area school board candidates. Once again, WYLN taking the lead in bringing you all the information you need for election so you're informed when primary election day rolls around, and that is May 21st. That's the news. Remember, you can get news updates on our WYLN News Facebook page. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN TV.
It's Hemi from the family at All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Tamaqua. I don't know about you, but these so-called sales advertisements really rough me up. At All-American, we have a no-sale policy every day. That's right, dealer invoice pricing and no hidden rebates that you don't qualify for. So stop in at All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram sales spring event and let me take you for a walk around our lot.
When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
Hello VX CBD hemp product line. Relief from pain, inflammation, anxiety, seizures, spasms, and more, including products for pets. Located in Berwick, call them today at 570-441-1501. Free shipping within continental U.S.